Hope you guys are having a great time today. We're going to be doing some polyforest mushroom gathering. It's going to be a fun little experience. The last time I tried this, I don't think I really made a lot of money. I'm hoping to come out with a decent amount of money. Not end-all be-all amounts. It's not one of those areas that will make a lot of money just on the mushrooms alone. We'll do our life experience. We'll also do our combat experience too. And we should be ready. Our goal here today is to see how lucky we can get. They don't hit really hard. You can get swarmed though. And in gathering gear, it does hurt. Shouldn't be too bad out here though. I didn't have a bad experience last time. I made some decent money. Now if only I can actually gather things before they vanish. See? They don't hit that hard as long as you have the minimum, the first tier of the infinite health potion. If I can get lucky and find some truffle mushrooms, that'd be great. Hey, look, just what I was saying. I needed some truffles. I mean, just selling the truffles alone can make me a decent amount of money. Reminds me, I do have to go out to Windmill's Perch and do a little mushroom gathering out there too. I do enjoy mushroom gathering. It's pleasant. It's different from the usual going to the desert or Shrand, Sheep Mountain, possibly even underwater if that's one of the things that you like to do a lot. Personally, I only do it when I occasionally need some of the coral. Hey, dead tree essence. Apparently gather dead tree essence out here. Yeah, apparently. Okay. That ups the game. That's what I enjoy. That's what I like. Little bonuses while gathering. That really keeps your motivation high. I know how much dead tree essence can go for. Just coming home with any amount of that is just straight profit. Like 400k each, 300k each. I was a little off. Hopefully my gathering mastery is high enough to continue getting more. Do appreciate a zone that allows you to either mob grind or life skill. It's a change. It's a welcome change. I hope they make more zones like this, like Navarne Steppe, most of Kama. I admit, I don't spend enough time out here in Kama. I know that I should. It's just usually too far out of my way to consider going to, but it has some extremely lucrative areas if you're willing to put the time into it. How many truffles do I have so far? Not sure, but I can see I have more than 10 dead tree essence. It's items like that which make me enjoy coming out and manually gathering places instead of relying solely on workers. It's a nice little bonus to go out looking for any type of mushrooms and coming home with a lot of truffles and a lot of dead tree essence. Do I have my Agris enabled? Yes, I do. Fortunately enough. Originally, I thought it was the giant mushrooms over there, these ones, that had the truffles, but considering I'm gathering truffles from all of the mobs here, I think it's worth it. Pink trumpets, white volcanoes. Don't really care about the green ones. I'm trying to show the truffles, but I'm not getting any. Well, just know you can get truffle and dead tree essence out here. I'm thinking I'm gonna come home with a lot of money this time. Only if I decide to sell those truffles, because I can use those for alchemy. And I might use those for alchemy. I'm not sure. I have a good amount of truffle already, so this is just a little extra. I just wanted to see how much I could make coming out here. I was curious. This is all for science, and I don't have to take on a lot just to be able to gather. That's also a huge saving grace. How many dead tree essence? Yeah, 14 dead tree essence. And where's my truffle? 38 truffle so far. Not too shabby for 18 minutes in. I mean, granted, all the other little mushrooms are going to be great too, but those are the ones that make the most amount of money for as little as I'm getting. Yeah, I'm getting 5 dead tree essence at some points. I think this might just be a tad bit better than actually trying to sap the moss and loopy trees for the dead tree essence. Only because you have the chance of getting the truffle mushrooms, the blue grade life spirit stones to sell or make into the powder, and the dead tree essence all at the same time. See, another 5 dead tree essence. Sure, the other mushrooms will sell for a good amount of money. It's just the truffle mushroom and everything else is sheer money makers out the gate. This is what really gets me going with gathering. Now I know I'm not coming out here just for nothing. Eventually, I will get my workers set up out here to actually gather the mushrooms so I can, I guess, cook or maybe cook with them. and alchemy. I haven't decided if making the rainbow mushroom dishes are worth it at my level that I'm at, but I do have ult, so that is something to consider. Another spirit stone. How much do those go for currently? Almost a mil. And with our increased item drop rate, that should start to add up after a while. I'm not hoping for a billion, but with all the truffle and dead tree essence, I should be expecting at least 200 mil. It's still on the high side for gathering. I'm kidding, but it's not bad for mushroom gathering. At least the respawn rate isn't atrocious. It's not like the giant pearl oysters or trying to actually gather the truffle mushrooms. I just got to keep an eye on my energy and how many energy potions I'm using. Musk pocket mushroom. Interesting name. I feel like after 3-4 hits and I don't look like I'm being injured, mobs should just give up and grow tired of trying. I feel like I would give up and stop trying to kill something if my hits are just bouncing right off. Like trying to solo that giant ogre out there in, I guess, what's it, Mancha Forest or whatever it's called? The little ridge. Like after a while, your hits are just glancing off. Like I'm extremely discouraged at that point. I know I'm not gonna kill it. I feel like these mobs should do the same. Like if they can see that they're not hurting me and I am not going down after a certain point, they should just give up and wander off. Told you guys, these things will just add up, and I'm getting lucky enough to find the little chest for the event that's going on still. I had originally better luck grinding and, well, of course, grinding and fishing, but this area seems to be doing me wonders with the gathering section. I have yet to find one on actual murdering, but gathering? I'm getting lucky. Now let's just hope with the Land of the Morning Light, life scaling gets a little TLC. Hopefully these mini games are going to breathe a little life into it. And I am really looking forward to the little ginseng that we can find. Curious on the gathering mastery that we're gonna need just to find it or attempt to find it. And how easy is it gonna be able to find once we do have the mastery needed? I think it's 3 billion. I'm gonna take a look at the buff, make sure I'm gonna pop it when I find it. I'm most likely gonna pop it when I find it and then go ahead and try to work for trying to find another one to go ahead and sell. That's why I'm curious on how quickly or easily we're gonna be able to find it, because I know they said it's a rare drop. You have a tiny chance. I'm thinking more along the lines of the mystical fish. Yeah, we got a hard, finally. I say it like we haven't gotten 3 so far. Or is that 4 that I've gotten all at once? Yeah, that was all 4 that I've gotten at once. Never mind. Let's not get too excited. I think I could legit just stay in one place and just gather all the mushrooms that are popping up. I'm literally by the side of the road. It's not like I've ventured too far into the zone or doing a specific little route. The smallest circle that I possibly can right off the side of the road. All these extra little bonuses for just trying to get some mushrooms. I love this. I do enjoy the occasional extra little treat when you're gathering. And if you have the hedgehog or the agris, it just amplifies it. Kama is definitely a zone worth coming out and manually gathering, especially after the grind zones got updated and the price of the trash was upped. I don't think I have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Kama. Spectre's energy. I've already made up one of the energy potions I've used, maybe 2 of them with the price of that. I think it's like 30 mil. But I'm saving those to go ahead and start making Black Star gear to sell on the central market, opposed to just selling them for the 30 mil that they're valued for. But I'm gonna have to test it out and see if it's worth taking the time out of my time. Still a lot easier than going into the caves and hoping no one already gathered it before you. Like if you can get to the caves and all the nodes are there, great, cool. I'm happy for you. But if you happen to get to them late, this is a perfect alternative, and you can make some nice money on the side too. So I think it's a win-win. 66 truffle, 34 dead tree essence, not to mention any of the zone drops from killing the mobs. I am glad we're able to get more drops from events during gathering. I want to say last year, at least that I can remember, gathering for events sucked. It's like they increased the drop rate while gathering for event items, which is nice. I can actually gather and feel like I'm a part of an event this time. And I don't have to just wait for AFK fishing, you know, the event that everyone waits for, because that's the life skilling event we could ever get there for a while. AFK fishing this, AFK fishing that. This is definitely a nice feeling. One truffle? Really, one truffle? That giant... Ow. The smaller mushrooms will get me more truffle, but that giant mushroom got me one. Come on, RNG, work with me. All right, coming up on 60 minutes left. We have 4 minutes on this gathering session. Well, the first hour of this gathering session. We can go ahead and see how much we have. After an hour, here's what I was able to go ahead and gather out here in Poly. Not too bad for just an hour. 30 mil with that Spectre's energy. But let's continue going, shall we? We just can't give up there. Got a whole nother hour. Those rainbow mushrooms will be nice to go ahead and cook with, though. I do plan on that. I sat there and thought about it, and after much consideration, you can go ahead and just use those for power leveling my cooking. And I'm gonna need to. I still have yet to hit Guru. I need 2 more levels, and I've been slacking on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn those rainbow mushrooms into dishes, possibly sell them. I don't think making them into the Imperial boxes are going to be good for my level, unless they're master boxes, but I doubt. I think they're artisan, just trying to get up to Guru Gathering. But I don't want to just power level bear. I don't want to do the same old pilgrims. I want to go out to other places and gather. Now this I find worth coming out and doing. If you guys enjoy gathering, want something else to do, Polyforest Mushroom Gathering is extremely rewarding and really pleasing. Man, I don't know if I'm just getting lucky with the dead tree essence. I think the lowest that I've seen is 3 dead tree essence, but I'm not sure if they went ahead and increased it to the point where we're gathering 3 to 5 dead tree essence from these guys at a time. And I'm not doubling up like with the hedgehog. And Agris, I'm pretty sure has no effect on it. I could be wrong. The Agris could affect dead tree essence, maybe just because we're hoe gathering, because it's not like we're trying to use the fluid collector and it's its own little separate entity unless we're doing moss or loopy tree. It is nice to see 4 to 5 dead tree essence per gathering attempt when I actually do find one. Hopefully I can get 100 of them. If I can get 100 dead tree essence, that'd make my night. I don't know why we have these guys here. Like, can we get rid of them? So annoying. My goal is 100 mil by the time we get done. I think I've already passed that, but that was the goal. My expectations are extremely low. I'll be honest. I think I might have to go to Navarne Steppe to do some flower gathering. I might have to do that tomorrow. Oh, weight limit. A +2 Lemuria armor. Okay, now that my weight limit is finally at its limit, we can go ahead and start shoving things into the storage. Clearly, 11k mushrooms is gonna have to go. That's another thing that also adds to how much you can make out here. It's been a while, and I know they increased the value of the trash loot out here, so it's not like it used to be. You'd only come out here to gather the skill points. The money wasn't anything. It was like how not Peliku. It's like how Sulfur used to be. And then Sulfur got their value increased, and I was making bank when I was looking for my map pieces. Kind of low-key want to go back out there just to grind for more money. It's just I know other places have the treasure pieces that I need. Like I still have to do Ackman and Hysteria. I mean, how could you do sailing without the compass? I'm slacking. Yeah, it's because everyone is poisoning me. I'm so glad that doesn't stack. I'm pretty sure I'd get burned down within a couple seconds if the poisons in here stacked like that. At least theirs don't. I'm pretty sure human player, like, poisons will go ahead and stack. Apparently 4 of them poisoning me at the same time, only 1 count is not the case. Oh wow, my durability. Well, I guess I should have been accounting for my energy. My energy is extremely low. But I guess that's why my tools are about to break. I'm gathering non-stop, so maybe we won't be able to get to 2 hours. I fear though that is not going to be a possibility with just how much energy I'm expending. I might get lucky if I can go ahead and pop all of my energy potions that I can. I'm just not seeing that. Maybe if I'm lucky, won't use up too much energy within 8 minutes. As long as I keep 50, right? Or anywhere within the 50, so my energy potion doesn't feel like was a complete waste. It still counts as the same type of energy tonic, or I guess potion for this one. I haven't gotten any energy tonics. For like 2 weeks there, none of the energy tonics on NA could be bought like how they used to be. They all had to be pre-ordered. The market had crashed. It was bad. Ooh, another Capra. That's 2. Yeah, I fear we're not gonna be able to hit 2 hours. Not with how much energy I'm using. Give me like 40 mushrooms and tell me to try to use my gathering energy like sparingly. It's almost impossible. Oh, not to mention I gotta pay attention to my inventory too, because I have the trash drops on. That's easily gonna bog me down. Always bogging me down. What is it with the poison? Stop. It's not flattering. How are you gonna name yourself something but not give me the item named after you? You'd imagine getting the cloud mushrooms out here from the cloudy rain mushroom. Oh no. Oh skiddly doo. I forgot to repair you. And a giant mushroom that won't give me anything. Woo! Yep, nothing. Why are you dancing? Oh, you're trying to kill me. Oh, that makes sense now. Okay, I'm not just going crazy. New class of 2024. Farting imps. I have 1 minute left on my energy potion. I have 164 energy left. We got a huge dilemma brewing. Yep, apparently just kicking them doesn't do anything. I attempted it. Look at me kicking the things that you guys don't want to. Oh no! Let me not die from mushrooms. Like I said, that'd be extremely embarrassing, being murdered by a mushroom out in Poly. Like I swear guys, I have the gear to be out here. Just roll up and smack him with a boomerang. It works for me. I really want a mushroom pony. Come on, how bad that be running around in a giant mushroom pony? Especially if you're a Shai and you're extremely short and you're on the back of a giant running around mushroom resembling a horse. The Shrooma horse. If they allowed us to go ahead and get a mushroom horse, oh, that'd be so amazing. Add something different like the alpaca, even though no one really wants to ride around their alpaca. We all have it for the gimmick. We all have it to say that we have it. And I know it's not night, but it's starting to get darker out and you have all the fireflies starting to float up. The little accent sounds going on every once in a while. It's a huge step up from the desert or the constant, I guess, pine tree, or sheep, deer, rock. I got a little bit more energy. We can stay in it. I just really need to last 30 more minutes. That's all I need to last until I don't have to worry about any of my energy. And I managed to save all of my energy to last me the final 30 minutes and see how much I come out with, or am I gonna have to call it early? Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, jackpot, Yahtzee, gold. Look at that clump of truffle mushrooms. And we got 5, or is that 4 of them? We got 4 of those things. Totally worth dumping most of all of my energy into mushroom gathering. Okay, so maybe I overestimated just how much the trash costs out here. Yeah, I think I overestimated how much I'll make on the trash. They're only worth 9K. Normally I can make a killing with 16K, even 14K. I don't know so much about 9. 9 is low. Got another dead tree. 66. I was kind of hoping to be 4 or 5, but let's keep looking. 2 minutes left on that. How many more minutes left? I still have at least 40 minutes left. So we'll turn. I just want to stay near the road. I don't want to go too far in. 20 minutes and 45 seconds on my potion. We are at 123 energy. Come on, Shai. Do what you're best at. I did not get you master gathering for you to waste all of our energy. More truffle. If you're looking to get Capras from Polyforest, this is not your go-to. I don't like the sound that they make. You got one spewing out farts, one sounding like they're farting. Welcome to Polyforest. I haven't even bothered to stop check and see how many rainbow mushrooms I've gathered so far. I'm just more worried about not using up all of my energy. Rainbow 1K. That's not exactly what I was hoping for, but the other drop should make up for it. Well, it's a good thing that I've already came out here knowing that this is not going to be a way to go ahead and get all of the ingredients I need in one shot. This is not going to make me a lot of money. It is a nice way to go ahead and gather the materials that you need for any of your cooking and or alchemy without having to wait for your workers. And if you don't want to spend money in the central market, hell, even waiting for any pre-orders, this makes it somewhat okay. It's not going to be the end-all be-all solution, but it is a nice little, I guess, boost to whatever your worker empire is doing and whatever you buy on the central market. And if you like gathering everything yourself and not spending money, you can't beat it. Either you wait for your workers or you wait for your workers. And I'm pretty sure I'm not getting any mushrooms while actually killing the mobs. Like, I have to gather from them. I knew what I was coming out here to do. I knew what I was gonna make. I'm not gonna be shocked if I don't make anything more. It's not as money making as doing any of the normal gathering, Sheep Mountain, Pilgrims, Bear, all of those gathering zones. It's not gonna make you as much as that, but it is a nice little change. And those who don't have the contribution points, we don't really have any other option, especially if you don't want to buy things. Because me, I don't have the contribution to go in a comma, nor do I have the workers to go ahead and work the zones if I do go ahead and rent the nodes. So for me, I have no other option. This is my only solution. There we go. Another life spirit stone. Blue grade. Blue grades are always needed, especially if you enjoy using the alchemy stones, the repairable ones. But we have 4 minutes left. We haven't done real much out here, but what we did do should sell for a good decent amount. I hope to at least make 200 mil for coming out here. If we make more, it's a bonus, but keeping my expectations low and understandable. 200 mil. And watch, I'm gonna get a drop that'll overshadow my 200 mil. I do believe my mastery is not high enough for one, and I haven't invested any energy into my nodes, so I'm not getting any increased item drop rate. So I could throw on a loot scroll, not a loot scroll, one of the old moon scrolls. I feel as though it'd be a waste being out here because there's no real treasure drops, and I'm saving them only for my treasure drops and or the infinite potion pieces. And let's be real, the stupid mushrooms out here are not worth using any of the loot scrolls. I'm just personally doing it because I don't really come out here a lot. I don't really grind a lot, so having 300, 400 extra loot scrolls, might as well, especially for just coming out and gathering. All of this was extra. I came out for rainbow mushrooms. I'm coming back with a lot of dead tree essence and a lot of truffle mushrooms. It's not a replacement for dead tree essence gathering though. It is a nice little addition if you're trying to go for mushrooms, but I would suggest sticking to doing Garmy's Lair, Night Crow's Post, and doing the loopier moss trees. One of the popular places, Ash Tree Forest, has a good amount of dead tree essence that you can gather, which still comes out more there than over here. So this is not going to be a replacement by all means. Yeah, I've only gotten 70. In any other area, I want to say you normally get 300 or 400. I just really feel as though the Agris is helping because I'm hoe gathering and I'm not specifically trying to go for the dead tree essence. Like, because it's an extra drop, it counts more. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert at gathering. I just like coming out and gathering random things that no one wants to and or is dead content. We are coming up to the end of our little gathering session out here in Poly Forest. Let's go to the road and find out how much we've made. Here is everything that I was able to gather while we were out there in Poly Forest for 2 hours. Go ahead and open up all these mushrooms. We've gotten 176 truffle mushrooms, 1 Spectre's energy, which is a good drop. I wasn't expecting to get 4 life spirit stones, which are the blue grade. Okay. That's cool. A +2 Lemuria armor, which is already 1.2 million. I can get the black stones from there, so I might just go ahead and sell it like that. But I did get 70 dead tree essence, which I'm thinking will go ahead and make me at least 10 or 15 mil on the central market. But let us go ahead, get over to the central market and start listing everything to find out. All right, so after an hour or 2 hours of gathering out at Polyforest, starting out with the rainbow mushrooms, rainbow button mushrooms will only make me 10.6 mil. Blue umbrella mushrooms will only make me 5.7 mil. The volcanic mushrooms will make me 19.1 mil. Still, it's on the low side, but for being mushrooms, I still can't complain because, like I keep harping on, mushrooms don't make a lot of money in general, unless it's the truffle mushrooms. Speaking of which, we're gonna have to get to that soon. Pink trumpet mushrooms will only make 6.4 mil. Ooh, wow. That's pretty low. So for the truffle mushrooms, we were able to go ahead and make 17.6 mil. Like I said, if we're able to go ahead and make 200 mil, I would be shocked and amazed. But truffle mushrooms will make 17.6 mil. Not too bad, not too good, not good at all. But for the time it took, I can't really complain. So for the dead tree essence, we will make 22.6 mil. Still okay. I thought it'd come out to a lot more, but we didn't even get 100. For the sharps and hards, I will be able to make 19.7 for the sharps. Okay, so the hards will make me 22.4 mil. That's a lot better than the mushrooms. That's sad. Okay, so let's add that together. So for the Spectre's energy, that goes for another 30 mil, which we can't sell normally, so we'll just have to check the value itself. We're at 154 mil. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and check to see how much trash we were able to get while mushroom gathering. Another 175 mil. That's where we were going to make most of our money, but for all the other drops, we were able to make 154 mil. For that polyforest gathering session, we was able to make a nice 333 mil. Not too bad. 2 hours, we almost ran out of energy, so that is something to keep in mind of. I didn't bother listing any of the blue grade life spirit stones because I feel as though I'm just going to grind them down and use those to repair any of, well, all of my alchemy stones. So those right off the bat are not going to be sold. And I didn't bother counting any of the lesser mushrooms because, I mean, come on, no one's gonna buy a 489 silver mushroom. But there you guys go, some mushroom gathering out in Polyforest. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to me over on YouTube. Turn on all those notifications so you know when I come out with any new guides. Make sure to follow me over here on Twitch. I am trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to get my live streaming scheduling figured out. The scheduling keeps changing and it gets a little bit difficult and all that, but bear with me, have some patience. I'm here, I'm still breathing, and enjoy your time, and I hope you guys are enjoying the new Wusa Awakening. Have a nice night, everyone.